wonderful day. I'm Lottie, and if you're new here then you should definitely like and subscribe. I do bookish videos and my random Wednesdays where I could do project pans, makeup looks, hauls, anything. It's a completely random day. So yeah, today I am back with my Lucky Dip TBR for September. If you watched my first video, which was the intro to this TBR, then there will be an update for how I did with those books coming very soon. But I have my Lucky Dip bags with the different genres on. So I have contemporary, which is by far my biggest bag, series starters, detective and mystery, random and all other genres, because that's the place I don't know where to put you, fantasy, and then horror, suspense and thriller. So the first one I'm going to take out is actually series starters, because I do have a series starting with the lovely Nikki this month, so I don't want to start a new one if I'm about to already start one. I think I'm going to take out detective and mystery as well. I'm not feeling that this month, so we're going to go with a horror, suspense and thriller, a random and all other genre, a fantasy, and then I'm going to pick 2 contemporaries. So each month I will choose 5 books from whichever bag I feel like choosing. So one month I could pick 5 books entirely from contemporary. Probably not going to do that, but if I wanted to, the choice is totally up to me. So I don't get a completely random book. I've kind of set myself up for that choice by going with the genre that I am choosing. So I'm going to go with contemporary first. And the first one I have is Nicholas Sparks' Nights in Rodanthe. So I'm going to find that now. Okay, so I'm back. I have Nights in Rodanthe by Nicholas Sparks. I did actually pick one of his books last month, so you can find out what I thought about that. But this one says, at 45, Adrienne Willis must rethink her entire life when her husband abandons her for a younger woman. Reeling with heartache and in search of a respite, she flees to the small coastal town of Rodanthe, North Carolina, to tend to a friend's inn for the weekend. But when a major storm starts moving in, it appears that Adrienne's perfect getaway will be ruined until a guest named Paul Flanner arrives. Paul has sold his medical practice and comes to Rodanthe to escape his own shattered past. Now, with the storm closing in, 2 wounded people will turn to each other for comfort, and in one weekend set in motion feelings that will resonate through the rest of their lives. So yeah, I'm super excited for this one. Kind of glad it was Nicholas Sparks, because I know that I love the films of his books and I really enjoyed last month's. So yeah, that is pick 1. So there's that. I am going to next go into a random and all other genre. There's only a few books in this one. So yeah. I have H.E. Bates' The Pop Larkin Chronicles. So bear with me and I will find that one. Okay, so I'm back. I have H.E. Bates' The Pop Larkin Chronicles, including The Darling Buds of May. If any of you have seen The Darling Buds of May, it has David Jason, Pam Ferris, Catherine Zeta-Jones and a few others in it. I absolutely love the TV series. I think I actually found it one day when I was at home from college and I was poorly, and it was on one of those random channels, and I absolutely loved it. So when I came across the book, I knew that I had to have it. So this actually has a few different stories in it. It has The Darling Buds of May, A Breath of French Air, When the Greenwoods Laugh, Oh to Be in England, and A Little of What You Fancy. So it says, the story of the Larkin family as portrayed in the Yorkshire television series The Darling Buds of May, starring the inimitable David Jason as Pop. The Pop Larkin Chronicles is an omnibus volume containing all 5 of H.E. Bates' ever popular novels about the Larkin family, whose wholehearted and riotous enjoyment of life has brought pleasure to thousands of readers since the first publication of The Darling Buds of May in 1985. From the moment that Pop Larkin tells his family that their world is perfect, H.E. Bates transports the reader into the delights of an England where the larger-than-life Pop and Ma, together with their children, squeeze every drop of enjoyment out of their life and never let a cloud darken their days. It goes on, and it's a bit long, so I don't read all of it. But my goal with this one, because it's quite long and the font is quite small, is just to read the first story in it. So I will just start with The Darling Buds of May and see how I feel. If I choose not to continue with the book and just read the first story, then, let me get myself comfy, then I will probably put this one back into the bag so that the next time I come across the book, I can read the following story, if that makes sense. If, however, I'm super enjoying it and super loving it, then I will continue and read the whole thing. But I'll keep you updated on that. So there is that one. Let's pick a horror, suspense and thriller next. Which will it be? Okay, we have Sebastian Vettel, The Night Walker. That's that one. I'll just go and find it. I'm back. I have The Night Walker by Sebastian Vettel. It says, Leon Nader suffered from a severe insomnia as a child. His night walking even caused him to be violent. After extensive therapy, he was cured, or was he? Now an adult, Leon wakes one morning to find his wife Natalie hastily packing a bag, bruised and evidently scared of him. Natalie runs out of the door and disappears. Confused about what's happened, Leon begins to wonder if his night walking has started again. Fitting a motion-activated camera to his forehead to record what he does when he sleeps, Leon makes a shocking discovery. There's a hidden door in his apartment that he never knew about. And as he descends into a nightmare somewhere between sleeping and waking, Leon discovers that there's a fine line between reality and dreaming, but sometimes waking up isn't an option. So yeah, I've had this one on my shelf for a little while. I'm quite excited to get to it because I think it's going to be quite interesting. So yeah, we will see. There's that one. I'm going to pick one from fantasy now, and then we'll go back to contemporary for my final choice. Let's have a little bit of a swizzle round. Okay, I have one. We are going with Brian Jakes. So that will be the next book in, it's right at the top, you can't see it. It will be the next book in the Redwall series, so I will just grab that now. So I found it. I don't actually have the second book. The second book is Mossflower, which I don't actually own. So unless I can find it on Scribd or one of my other reading apps, I'm going to go on to the third book, which is Matimeo. I believe there are two different orders you can read these in. You can read them in chronological order, which I believe is the way they were written, or you can read them in the order that he intended them to be. But basically this one says, Slagar the fox is determined to wreak destruction upon Redwall Abbey and bring death to his enemy, the mighty mouse warrior, Matthias. Can Slagar overcome the power of the legendary Redwall sword, and will he carry out his plan to kidnap Matthias' son, young Matimeo? So yeah, I do really like these. I read the first one, Redwall, a little while ago, and I really loved it. So if I can come across Mossflower, I will read that one first. If not, we will go on to Matimeo. Right, so finally then, I need to find another contemporary. So I have my bag. Okay. We have Jenny Han, P.S. I Still Love You. So I haven't actually read the first one, so I'm going to get the first one out and we will read that one. So as I said, I haven't actually read To All the Boys I Loved Before. So what I will do is I'll take this one out because I know that this one is still in the bag. So when this one comes up from the bag, I will read the second one. I hope that makes some sense. I absolutely love the film of this. I think it's incredible. And I have watched it at least 3 times because I just love the girl that plays Lara Jean. I think she's fabulous. So yeah, this will be the book I read. It says, Lara Jean's love life is about to go from imaginary to out of control. Lara Jean's song keeps love letters in a hat box her mother gave her. One for every boy she's ever loved. She can say anything she wants because the letters are for her eyes only until the day they are sent out. So yeah, I'm excited. I do love the film. I want to see what the book is like. But yeah, so I have made my choices for this month. I have my 5 books. Let's just have a quick recap. Okay, so my first contemporary is Nicholas Sparks' Nights in Rodanthe. It is 231 pages. We then have my randoms. So the plan is just to read the first story in this series, and it is 115 pages for the Darling Buds of May. Is it suspense or thriller? By Sebastian Vettel is how many pages? 341. Then I have my fantasy by Brian Jakes, Mathmeo, and this is a whopping 446 pages. I will pop in the video here on a little note if I manage to find Mossflower online. If I do, I'll let you know here, and then you'll know I'm reading Mossflower rather than Mathmeo. And then I have To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han, which is 421 pages. So yeah, there's a hefty few books to read there. I am super excited to get started. I think I've got a decent set of books this month. There aren't any that I've pulled out and thought, oh my gosh, have I really got to read that? So yeah, I'm super excited. I hope you guys really enjoy this video and you enjoy my way of doing my TBR. Let me know if you've read any of these books before without spoilers. And take care, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! I'm back really quick. I just wanted to let you know that I did find Mossflower on Scribd, so I am going to be reading Mossflower instead of Mathmeo as book 2 of the Brian Jakes Redwall series. So yeah, I hope that helps you, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!